Hello everyone, welcome back to the Python tutorial. In this lecture, we are going to learn operators in Python. So, operators in Python are arithmetic operator, comparison operator, assignment operator, logical operator, membership operator, and last is bitwise operator. Now, we are going to learn these operators one by one with an example. So, first let's start with arithmetic operator. So what do you mean by operator? An operator is a symbol that performs a specific action. And what do you mean by operands? Operands are the expression on which the action is performed. Okay. So some of the arithmetic operators are addition, which is used to add the two values. Now here you can see I have written an example a plus b. It means a and b are operands and plus is what? An operator. Okay. Second, we have subtraction, which is used to subtract the values. Then we have multiplication to multiply the values, division to divide the values. Then we have modulus operator, which returns the remainder. Then we have exponent, which is used to calculate the power of a number. And last we have floor division, which is used for division, and in return we get a quotient. Okay, and it will remove the decimal point. So that is your floor division. Okay, now we'll see this arithmetic operators with an example. Open your Jupyter notebook. Okay, first we will see the arithmetic operators. So a 2 plus 3, this will give you the answer as 5. Execute it. Okay, you can also use variable a equals to 2, b equals to 4, and then a plus b. So this will also give you the answer as 6. Then subtraction 3 minus 2. Then multiplication, that is 3 into 2. Then we have division operator. So 3 divided by 2. Then we have modulus operator. So this will give you 0, 1. And then we have floor division. So take an example as 66 divide floor division 66 divided by 5. So this will return you 13. As you have seen here, the decimal points have been neglected or removed. Okay, then we have exponent operator. Exponent operator is used to calculate the power of a number. So here 3 raised to 2 I can calculate, so it will give me 9. So these were some of the arithmetic operators. Then next we have comparison operator. Comparison operators are also called as relational operators, and it gives you the boolean value, that is either true or false. So some of the comparison operators are equal to, then we have not equal to, less than, greater than, less than equal to, greater than equal to. So let's see the example for comparison operator. Okay, so let's take two variable a equals to 10 and b equals to 20. Now we'll compare these two values when I write a less than b. So as you see, a consists of 10 and b consists of 20. So this will give me the boolean value as true. Okay. If I write a greater than b, then this will give me the boolean value as false. If I write a greater than equals to b, this will also give me false. Okay. Equals to, let's change the variable name as c, and now we'll check a is equal to c. Yes, it will gives you true. Okay, got it. So these were some of the examples of relational operator. Okay, now next operator is assignment operator. Assignment operators are used to assign values to a variables. So some of the assignment operators are, first is equal to, then we have plus equal to, minus equal to, multiplication equal to, divide equal to, modulus equal to. So let's see this with an example. Okay, so example for assignment operator. I assign here a equals to 12. So this is my assignment operator. One more value I take, a equals to, sorry, n equals to 2 and m equals to 3. Now I can write it as n plus equal to m and then display n. So this will give me 5. So n plus equals to m can be written as n equals to n plus m. Same goes with minus also. Now I make it here as minus. So this will give me minus 1. Okay, same goes for multiplication. So this will give me 3 2s are 6. Then we have division. So this will give me 0.6. Then we have modulus. Okay, so these were the examples of assignment operators. Next operator is logical operator. Logical operators are used to combine the conditional statements. This also gives you the answer in Boolean value, that is either true or false. It is used to check the two conditions. So we have three logical operators: and, or, and not. And operator, it means if both the conditions are true, then it will become true, otherwise it will become false. In logical operator, if any of the two conditions are true, then the condition becomes true, otherwise it will become false. And next is not operator, used to reverse the logical state of its operand. So now let's see the example for logical operator. Okay, so it is used to check the conditions. So suppose I am taking a equals to 12 and b equals to 3. Now I am writing the condition as a is greater than b and b is less than a. So as you see, both the conditions are true, so this will give me the Boolean value as true. Okay, now instead of and, if I used or operator, then also it will give me true because both the condition are true. And suppose or operator says that if any one condition is also true, then also it will give me true. Now in this case, first condition is false and second condition is true, but as we are using or operator, so it will give me true. Clear with this? Then or operator will give false if both the condition are false, right? So here I will make some changes. Now in this case, both the condition are false, so it will give me the false. Okay, and last is not operator. So not, I can write a is less than b. So this will give me a is less than b, it gives you false. So when I say not of false, negation of false, it will give me true. Now if I write here a is greater than b, this condition is true. So not of true will give me, negation of true will give me false. Okay, so these were the examples of logical operators. Then we have, next is membership operator. So what is membership operators? Membership operators are used to test the membership of the element in a sequence like string, list and tuples. So the membership operators are in and not in. In operator will evaluate to be true if we find a particular variable or a value inside the specified sequence, otherwise it will give you false. Okay, and second operator is not in. It will evaluate true if a particular variable or a value is not found in a specified sequence, otherwise it will return false. So let's see the example for membership operator. So we will create here list for the membership operator. Okay, so take it as L1. So in L1 I am assigning some values. So this is my list. Now I want to check whether this particular value 7 is present in my list. So I will write it as 7 in L1. So this will give me false. Why? Because 7 value is not present in my list. Okay. Now instead of 7, if I take it as 2. So it will check whether 2 is present in my list L1. If it is present, it will give me true. Otherwise, it will give me false. This is how we use in operator. Next, we have not in operator. It is opposite of in operator. If the particular value is not present in the list, then it will evaluate to be true. Okay. And if it is present, then it will give me false. Now here I have written 2 not in L1. So this will give me false. Why? Because 2 is present in the list, right? So this will give me false. Now suppose I write it as 7 not in L1. This will give me true. Why? Because 7 is not present in my list. So this is how we use membership operator. Clear everyone with this? Next operator is bitwise operator. So these are some of the bitwise operator. It is also called as binary operator as it works on binary numbers. Okay, now let's see how to use bitwise operator practically. So first operator is binary left shift operator. Okay, so in this, the number of bits are shifted to the left. So here we have taken an example where in A we have stored 3 and in B we have stored the value 2. Okay, so the first value represents the number and the second value represents the number of bits to be shifted. Okay, so when we write A left shift B, okay, so the 2 bits will be shifted to the left. Okay, so the answer we get is 12. When we calculate this, when we calculate the decimal number for this, the answer we will get is 12. Okay, next is binary right shift. Okay, in here we have taken value as 8 and 3. So 8 is your value and 3 is the number of bits to be shifted. Now the binary right shift will shift the bits to the right side. Okay, so at the starting of the number, zeros will be added, whereas in the case of left shift, the zeros are added at the end of the numbers. Okay, so here we have, so here the binary number for 8 is 1000 and 3 bits are to be shifted. So what we have done is we have shifted the 3 bits, and then we have added the 0 to the start of the number. Okay, so this is the output. What we get is 1. Now next is binary OR operator. The binary OR operator, what happens in this is the resulting bit will be 0 if both the bits are 0, otherwise the resulting bit will be 1. Okay, so here in this example we have taken two values as 2 and 4. So the binary number for 2 is 0010 and binary number for 4 is 0100. So when we apply the OR operator to this, the 00 will give you 0, 01 will give you 1, 10 will give you 1 again, and 00 will give you 0. So when you calculate the decimal number for this binary number, you will get the answer as 6. So this is how binary OR operator works. Then next we have binary AND operator. In AND operator, if both the values are 1 1 or both the bits are 1 1, then we will get the output as 1. Otherwise, the output bit will be 0. Okay, so in this case, we have 8 and 15. So first we converted 8 into binary number, that is 1000, and then 15, that is 111. Okay, so now as per the AND operator, if both the bits are 1, so here we have 1 and here also we have 1. So the resulting bit will be 1. and next we have 0 and 1. So 0 and 1, so the resulting bit will be 0. Again next we have 0 and 1, so the resulting bit will be 0. So this is how AND operator works. So when we apply AND operator, we get the answer as 100, which represents the decimal number 8. Okay. So this is how binary AND works. Next we have negation operator. It calculates the negation of the value, that is, if the binary bit is 0, then it will give you 1, and if it is 1, then it will give you 0. Okay, so in this case we have used a equals to 5, we have stored the value 5, and then we are applying negation operator on the variable a, so the output is minus 6. Okay, so this is how bitwise operator works. Okay, okay. Next we have binary function. Suppose you want to calculate the binary number of a particular decimal number, then you can use bean function. Inside the bean function, you have to pass the value. Okay, so for example, here I want to calculate the binary number of 5. Okay, so I will pass 5 in the binary function and then just execute. So this will give you the binary value of a particular number. Similarly, I can try for 10 also. So this will give me the binary value for 10. Okay, so this is how bitwise operator works. I hope you have understood all the types of operators. Thank you so much. See you in the next lecture. Don't forget to subscribe and press bell icon for new updated videos. Like and share videos with your friends.